Welcome back to your midweek edition of Look News. The countdown is on to the annual summer edition of the Arthritis Foundation's Jingle Bell Run and Walk at the Great Escape theme park in Lake George. Here to share more about the event is the Foundation's Regional Director, Eileen Reardon, and the Community Development Manager, Kevin Mullen. Welcome to Look News.
Thank you.
Some familiar faces for our viewers. Second annual installment
right.
of the Jingle Bell Run in summer, usually run in December.
Typically, this is a very well-known event for the Arthritis Foundation, and yes, it is typically held in December across the country, but we decided that we wanted to hold the summertime event as well, and it's very popular, and we were not doing anything up near the Adirondacks, and we wanted to let people know about the foundation. We thought this would be a fun way of doing it, so we're kind of playing off the holiday in July theme, and the Great Escape was the perfect venue to hold it. And so that's how it happened, and it's really only us and Alaska that holds a summertime Jingle Bell Run.
It's such a fun run. I did it last year, and the fact that you've got that Christmas theme going on, and the weather is obviously nice.
Yes.
This event just keeps growing and growing and growing. Kevin, tell me about what's on tap for this year's event.
Sure, we're really excited about it. It is an early morning event to kind of beat the heat and to get out there and start the day. So the morning starts at 7 o'clock as far as registration goes. After registration, the race will start at 8 o'clock sharply. It's a run through the Great Escape Park and then also outside around the lake a little bit and then back into the Great Escape. If you're part of the event and you actually raise $50, you get a free day pass to enjoy the park for that day.
Probably the best place to have would be the water park at that point.
Probably at absolutely. That point. And the way the weather has been going, we predict a good day that day.
Okay. Hopefully this heat and humidity will break. The gods will be on your side, I think, as they always are, Eileen. The fundraising goal for the event.
Well, our fundraising goal is $35,000. Last year we raised over $20,000, and our sponsors have all returned. We've even increased our sponsorship level. And if those who ran last year, if you remember, Tommy Copper was our premier sponsor, and they're coming back again. And they've really developed quite a rapport, and they're giving out their product once again, and the runners loved it.
Yeah, that was really successful, and having Montel Williams, who's their spokesperson,
Right.
along
Unfortunately,
for the
Montel's
ride.
not coming this year.
Not this year, but to have him for the first annual was a great way to kick it off.
Right, and we had over 200 runners, and we're hoping for 400. That's our goal this year, is to have 400 runners, and everybody gets a little jingle bell for their sneakers, so you hear bells through the Adirondacks and around the parks, and there's lots of themes going on, and as Kevin said, great activities that morning, and you can stay at the park if you raise $50 or more.
It sounds like a great deal. We met Jillian earlier this week, a juvenile arthritis sufferer.
Right.
You know, we're doing this, raising the money, raising awareness for kids like her and just folks in general that are suffering from this. Talk to me about how the money is used.
Well, here in the Capital District, we have 300,000 people diagnosed with one form of arthritis or another, and there's actually over 100 forms of arthritis. So, you know, it really touches a lot of lives. And so our money is really being used to help people live a better quality of life. So whether that be through education, through support services, through information referral, our programs for better living, people can volunteer, become advocates. You remember Michael Higgins last year was our youth honoree, and this year he became our youth ambassador, and he went down to Washington to give people here a voice about arthritis. And so we really try very hard to use our money wisely. We only have 4 staff, we have a strong volunteer pool, and a very dedicated board, and we serve 14 counties with that money.
And Michael, as you said, went on to great things, heading down
he
to
did.
Kirsten Gillibrand's office and meeting folks down there.
Yes, he did.
Push the agenda.
And our juvenile arthritis program has grown tremendously over the last year as a result of things like the Jingle Bell Run. Jillian came to us because of the Jingle Bell Run last year. And, you know, networking with other kids, we don't want kids to feel like they're alone or families to feel like they're alone. And there's 3,000 children in the Capital District living with arthritis. So if you have a family member or a child with arthritis, we want you to call us regardless if you can come to the Jingle Bell Run.
And of course, we'll give you all that information at home. July 13th, Kevin, plenty of time to sign up and get a part of this.
Absolutely. Just visit the website. It's going to be a great event. We have a lot of fun stuff planned for it. Holiday themes, the teams come out dressed up, decorated. It's a lot of fun.
Kevin Mullen, Eileen Reardon from the Arthritis Foundation. We appreciate you both stopping by. Good luck with the event.
Thank you very much.
Now, to find out more about the 2013 Jingle Bell Run and Walk, it's July 13th at the Six Flags Great Escape in Lake George. You can find out more on our website. It's looktvonline.com.